Welcome back to Tempe, Arizona, the Coyote Curling Club, the 2024 Ed Werenich Golden Wrench Classic. Our feature sheet today is going to be John Epping and team, Matt Cam, Pat Jansen, and Jason Ram from Toronto. And then from Edmonton, we've got Team Sturmay, Carson Sturmay, Kyle During, Glenn Van Ents, and Curtis Goller. You can see guys are just warming up. Ice is prep. We'll be getting all of the action underway momentarily. I'd like to thank our sponsors, the Sasquatch Lodge in Tempe. If you're in the area, go ahead. They have great burgers, great bar out the back, and great open seating. It is balmy 60 degrees here with a little bit of drizzle, but you'll be well taken care of at the lodge. And of course, we have our other sponsor, Qualuska. The Qualuska, they are providing the trophies for this year's 2024 Golden Wrench. So I'd like to thank those guys for helping out. So grab some popcorn, grab a cold one. We'll be back here momentarily. All right, with the LSD and the last draw shots completed, we're underway. And just so folks know at home, on sheet A, we do have Team Schuster up against Team Cider in the semifinals over on sheet A. So a lot of great curling here at Cider Curling Club today. Lead rock, first of Curtis Goller. Trying to get to that center line so it can't be ticked. Beautiful. John's asking to come on around. Looking for something top four. Looks like everybody likes Jason's first shot. Just lightly dusting. Harder now. Yeah. Good managed rock. Came up a little short, and it was important that the sweepers had to sweep for line there. They didn't want to get rid of that rock on the center line. They would have had to replace that stone, and the yellow rock would have been taken out of play. This is going to give Curtis the opportunity to maybe loop one around, put it top four, and put a little bit of early pressure on Team Epping. Great shot. Yep. John's going to ask second Glenn to come around Jason Cam's second shot. Come around there, make a good one. So we start working on their deuce. Unfortunately, that one then just slid just out the back. Karsten's asking Glenn to put another one on top. Sweepers indicating that Scott Law is just walking with it. The speed this weekend has been good. It's been about 14.5, 14.8. Split time, that's from the back line to the hog line. So speed's been really nice. Nice shot. John's got a bit of a decision to make here. The rocks out front aren't helping. He's asking maybe just a short hack waiter. Maybe get one of those red rocks out of there, or at least push back behind the tee line. With that amount of room, paper, that front red would be ideal. Good result. Yeah, opens up that center line. Looks like Sturmey wants to keep the pressure on. Just looking up to throw another guard, and if it over curls and bumps off that yellow, that's just biting the 12 foot. That wouldn't be the worst thing. So we're just giving a little bit of a light scrub, keeping it clean. Nice shot. There may be a intern path, but it looks like John just saying, let's just get rid of it. Benefit here if the throw by Pat here is pretty good, you might be able to get 2 or 3 red rocks out of the play. I might have to call what John did there, the Epping scooch. I don't know if you saw him just kind of scooch back and miss those rocks. Nice shot by Pat. Cleared out the guard. That was primary objective. I would suspect Kurt Karsten would be throwing up a guard here. Might be a little bit too early to get complicated. Kyle During's first shot. There's going to be a little bit of help. Good shot. That high guard, it does allow John the opportunity to make a play on those reds. Looks like they're doing the in-turn. Probably down control. And I think it'd be important here for the shooter to stick around. We'll have to see if that biter at the top 12 comes into play here in a few rocks. Looks like they're carving early off the line. They might have jumped it just a bit early, but at least there's a couple rocks out front that Team Epping can use. I suspect. Well, if you're Carson, you can't guard everything. Those 2 yellows can be run back into the pile. Putting something, top 8, top 12, loop it around to make the run back harder would be a good play. Let's see what he decides here from his third Kyle. It was a Skip's dilemma, right? You can't guard everything, and you have to think, okay, well, what's John gonna do next? And try to play the odds here a little bit. Sort of see all the options Carson's thinking about. There's settling for a guard to try to make those run backs a little bit tougher. And they obviously appreciate, Team Epping's ability to do in-off, so Kyle's second shot. A little bit more weight, a hair bit more rotation than the last one. Might have bumped that a little too tough. Let's see. John says, yep, we got to get in there. Looks like he's probably going back to see if we can flick out, just get a hair of that top red. So I'm going to ask Matt Cam here to at least one red out of there. Make it like you two, but one's the objective here. Nice sort of board weight. Curl now. Great shot. Certainly improves John's position. So you can tell where they're indicating, putting something at top 12, top 8, somewhere on the center line. They have to be, sensitive to. Matt just made that shot. He can obviously make it again, and obviously Epping's line 3, so they've got to guard that. But those two yellow rocks, certainly the one that's biting the 12 is in a very advantageous position for John to punch out any red. So this is an important shot. You can. The upside, the wiggle room here is, if Carson's just a little bit heavy and corner freezes to that yellow, that's still not a bad shot. Fist bumps and the you got it, skipper. Always good. First of Skip Stones. Great shot. Really needed it. It takes away a bunch. Still allows that outturn board weight hit to certainly let Epping lie one, but of course then Carson just plays that same shot and we're John's looking to take one, and of course the big decision here. We're sort of in the same predicament as Carson was in his last shot. And he's sitting one now. How aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to just guard it up and try to steal the one? Going that far out, they're looking to maybe be pretty aggressive. Yeah, you always have to, respect your opponent. We've seen, I don't know how many times we've seen, John do in-offs at will sometimes. So, where do you put the rock that he can't use it, but maybe allows for a steal of one or two? All right, Kyle's got his broom down. We're going to go way wide, so I suspect we'll see some late action carving. Second shot for Sturmey's away. And King is a little fast, but it'll be a newer path, so. Well, I didn't see that. Okay. Well, no harm, no foul. They're still sitting in a pretty good spot, Epping, unless they do the same sort of thing Carson was doing and kind of kill their own, and for the deuce, looks like they might just try that same shot and board weight, punch out the shot rock, and leave their yellow for shot. We'll see momentarily. Yep, tried and true. That path is still open. The port's still there. So, yep, just looking to make contact with that shot 3 redstone at the top of the 8. Just promote everything up one space and take their one. Rooms are down. Asking for a little bit of carve. Nicely done. Yeah. Taking one. Good end. While we wait for the guys to discuss, make sure you check out coyotescurling.com for all your curling needs here in the Valley. We've got leagues, intro to learning leagues, learner curls on our calendar. If you haven't liked us yet on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, go ahead and do that. Be up to speed on everything curling in Arizona. If you're in the Valley and you want to see the semis or the finals, come on down. We're located in Tempe, off of 143 and University. Love to see you down. I got to make sure we didn't lose out on Skip Stones. I know when you watch TSN or Sportsnet or whatever, they always they don't sometimes think the lead rocks are important, but of course most important position on the team. So. Jason Cam's not liking that. Just a little bit in the back of the house. Update on Sheet A with Schuster versus Cider. Looks like John and Rink took 3 in the first, so they're up 3-0, and they are also in the second as well. Trying to keep a lot of pressure on here, doing the wide out turn, either coming around or promoting that red. Looks like they're trying to come around. Might be a little bit long. And John's able to get that back of the ring, but they are sitting shot. Discussion from Matt there, trying to make sure everybody's on board with what the call is. You never want to deliver a rock if you're not entirely sure. Looks like they're asking first of Pat's here to come around. That might be a little long. Light dusting, trying to come around. Just a bit of a rub, and it might be enough to send that for his third shot. That sticks around. Certainly it's going to allow, maybe John the opportunity to hit and roll behind cover. If he could just hit that top rock that was delivered and roll to maybe mid-8, good to put some pressure on the stern man. Unfortunately, it is behind the tee line. Not sure why the guys haven't decided to do an in-turn to come around at one full open sheet or open side of the sheet. So must be some high-level strategery going on at this point. I'd like to thank everybody watching, tuning in on your Sunday morning in the semis, especially our California friends. Looks like we have some Hollywood curling members up and at 'em watching some curling. Welcome. Also, we got a shout out to the Andy McDonald rink. They are the Coyotes Curling Club newest university team, and they're in Nebraska playing down, and they actually just qualified to go to the University Nationals. So congratulations to that team. Well done. That you're in Nebraska and it's minus 60, and of course winning to represent ASU and the Coyotes at the University Nationals is a great accomplishment. Well done. Okay, we're coming around here. It looks like we're trying to find the right amount of curl and weight here to try to get something a little bit closer to the center line once it gets around that red guard. Epping is sitting shot stone momentarily. This one's, again, just a little bit long. It's going to be a game of inches at this rate. It looks like red is sitting shot for the time being, but we keep stacking them up like cordwood. Yeah, I wish we had either John or Karsten mic'd up and ask him, why are we doing an intern? The curiosity is getting the better of me. Coming around again, still. Good effort. Good effort. Carson's saying, okay, let's keep at it. There's between ends, we may have to go just pebble this one path. With the getting back to my intern comment on that left side, sometimes you don't want to be the first person to show the other skip how to do something. So, maybe Carson's kind of keeping that in his back pocket for later. So that could be it. We'll have to ask him after this game. First of the third stones, Cal Doering. Looks like it's trying to slow down. There we go. Nicely done. I suppose John still does have, Team Epping does have that yellow outside of the house just left of center that they can use to run back if, in case of emergency, break the glass kind of thing. So Matt Cam's last rock. Looks like it might have the right weight here. The guys are curling as much as they can. Gets by, another carving it. Great shot. Well done. Great team shot. Well managed by everybody on the sheet. That's great. Carson's asking for the red run. You probably get a couple reds and a yellow out, but that yellow shot probably jams and sticks around. Interesting to see where that rock that gets promoted, where it rolls to. Second run changes up the complexion in the house quite a bit. Pretty good result. You know, Epping is still lying 1, but you hit and roll, be laying 3. But unfortunately, they're still behind the tee line, so there's still some work here that's got to be done by Sturmey and team. I've always appreciated the patience these teams have. You know, you want to always be thinking 3-4 shots ahead. You know, and if I do this, what does Karsten do? How does he react? And I was impressed with their managing of the their shots. So it looks like they're just trying to put something, obviously top 4, potentially just straddling the center line so they can use that shot 3 stone at our 9 o'clock position as a catcher. Let's see here. Have to go. Good save. Good save. The Jason Cam was trying to do his best there to get that or roll a little bit closer to the center line. So now with all those rocks behind the tee line, getting out the rock that John just threw makes it a little bit more difficult because you got so many different catchers. And of course, you don't want your shooter to roll in a spot that's not advantageous. So, looks like they could, maybe hit that rock that John threw a little bit on the low side, flop to a little bit closer to center, and you might get that double. You might be able to sneak out a double on those 2 yellows on the right side. Looks like Carson's first rock is away. It's a little bit hot. They're trying to curl it. Good shot lane 3, but let's see if that top yellow comes into play here at some point. Well, looks like John's saying we can come down and just freeze to it, make it tough for Carson to score 1, if certainly not to get the deuce. We'll have an update here momentarily. We can see on sheet A there's starting the 3rd, so we'll see what happened here momentarily once our scorekeepers come in here. Keepers like it, just a little on-off. Maybe a little short now. That's leaning hard on that broom. It's going to overcurl just a little bit. That's a little unfortunate. Again, this does allow maybe for the double to lay 3, if not 4. Again, those rocks at the back, it's not easiest thing, obviously, just to clear pick it out, take 3. Looks like they're you don't necessarily have to be greedy, but in these positions, sometimes leaving points on the board is like 3 putting when it was 2 would have been good. So let's see here. Was that enough for 4? Kyle's having a look at it. We'll have to wait a second to see what gets hung up on the big board at the back. But it'll be Team Epping's got a little bit of work to do. They get their deuce in this end and steal. They're right back in it. So still lots of curling, but it'll be important that they get their deuce this end. Just from first shot from Curtis, looking to again get a center line guard. If it's on the center line, with the 5 rock rule, you can't displace a good shot here. The Carson's playing the scoreboard, going in to say, okay, we know you can't hit us, so go ahead and put your corner guard up, John, and we'll the steal percentages when you do this are pretty remarkable. So good call. update there on sheet A between Schuster and Cider. It looks like the Cider rink took 2 in the second, so it's now 3-2 in the third. See a corner guard here, and we should see Curtis throw up something, zone 2, zone 3, halfway between the hog and the house. Interesting. Carson's, let's just keep the pressure on, putting something top 8. Okay. Import now for Jason Cam here to put this freezer right to the shot rock. Help get the team set up for their deuce. Looks like it's got to go just a little bit. Can they get a small rub off that rock? No, but it's still usable, so it's in a good position. Those rocks staggered, it obviously usually takes 2 shots to clear up stones that are staggered, meaning they're kitty corner at a 45-degree angle like those ones on the center line. So Carson's just asking for a guard here to make it just that much more difficult to clear out for a run back from Team Epping. Glenn's first. Sweeper's liking it. Very nice. Looks like John is opting to just promote the yellow rock into the house. Try to get 1 in play for shot 2, and then work at cleaning out a path so we can get his deuce. Maybe in Matt's second shot or John's first. Looks like Pat's rock's got enough weight. Trying to hold out for some line. Just want to bump it back to a foot or 2. Nice shot. Yeah, this is building an end. Karsten, knowing that that yellow rock can be used to run back, we're going to just kill it, replace it with a red. Pat Secondstone looking to run back and do maybe a little pinball through the reds and squeak into the house. But certainly would like to make some room for the skipper. Great shot. Opened up a few paths into the house. You still have to deal with that shot rock, but that's a great start. I suspect Karsten would be thinking, let's keep the pressure on and put something in the house here. Those two yellows on the center line and mid 12 are usable. They're not in the best position, but the best way to keep your opponent from scoring two is to take anything that's not your color out of the house. So that's what we're doing. Should be a control weight. Normal. Nice shot. Iceman's coming out to fix a hack. That last kick did it in. So we'll take a moment here to what we're doing here. Let's we can get to the overheads. Ooh, too late. I was just going to move over to sheet A, but I just pulled the rock. So we'll wait here for a second. Looks like Schuster, we're getting an early update here. Looks like John on the rink got one. So they're up 4-2. Playing in 4 now. Man's working on that hack. Fortunately for being a southpaw, I never have this problem. So, well, while we wait, make sure you head over to the lodge, the Sasquatch Lodge in Tempe. Fabulous place for burgers and football and outdoor patio and seating. They are our title sponsor, and of course we have Kowalska providing the hardware for this year's wrench. For those who need the reminder, the Sturmeyer rink is the last year's champion of the Ed Werenich Golden Wrench Classic, so they're looking to get some more hardware, no doubt. If it's just the pin that broke on the hack, or if it was the ice. It looks like the pin. Well, that's good. Looks like we're back in business. Thank you very much to Sean Tate and Brian Onken, our on-hand. Sean Tate's our ice maker, originally from Edmonton. You know, he's I think a level 2 Canadian ice maker. We're fortunate to have relations, you know, with Tim Yao. He's helped us with our ice. So, back at it. Looks like they're going to need to go here for weight. It's important that they get this all the way in. Good result. Good result. That's a rock they can use later. And if they do want to do the run back on that yellow rock over by the Ed Werenich wrench logo, it does allow them to get their deuce. And we can confirm Schuster 4-2 over Cider after 3. Carson's just asking just to pluck this out. Just an easy peel from Kyle. Maybe set that just a little bit, but surely that might be the break John was looking for to try to get something built here for his deuce. Let's see what he does here. He's indicating the outturn draw. What they have done the in-turn draw, but they've done the outturn so much. Probably stick with what you know. Again, you just need something, you know, hack weight, board waiter, kind of like a Donnie B special. Or I guess that would be the Ed Werenich takeout. Yeah. Shout out to Eddie and Linny. Hopefully they're watching. Newmarket. Hope to see you both soon. They are deciding to go with the in-turn. Again, all they need to do here is just get a rock. It'd be nice to get it set up on the, freeze it to the red shop. But even if they leave it mid-8, maybe just biting the 4 so they can use it later, that's a great option as well. Cam shots away. His final. It's looking good. Asking for a little bit extra carve. Just a touch spicy, but very close. Good shot. We're going to see Carson just try to get to the low side, so just to the right of center on that yellow rock and flop over to the center. Again, you don't need a big weight, just something, back line, hack. Carson's first shot. Looks like it's got to move over a bit. Okay. Well, that does make things interesting. You know, if John makes the run back on that yellow on the top 12, that does leave Karsten the run on the red that he just left up there. So a little bit of cat and mouse here. This kind of harkens back to my earlier comment about just the level of patience and just being able to see 3-4 shots ahead is just, you know, at this level it's just really a talent. So it looks like we're probably be really important here for that rock that they're promoting to just really just get to the nose of that shot rock, so that if Karsten wants to use his rock to dislodge any of the yellows, he probably won't get both. There's a high chance he won't get both. So this is a pretty big shot. Keeping it for line. Nuts it. Rolls just a little bit to the right. That might leave Karsten the ability to crotch those, yeah. Well, I think it was a great attempt for sure by John. This one be kind of a normal weight shot with the ice he's giving. This wants to be a little bit on the high side. You don't have to crotch them directly, but you certainly want to hit that rock directly in front of Kyle first, and then hit the second one. Hit it just a little thick. Great attempt. You know, John obviously has to do the out-turn promotion. He just threw it and try to get his deuce here. So, again, the margin of error here is not. It's pretty good as long as because he hits that red rock at the top 4. He should probably roll no further than mid-8. So he's got a pretty wide landing spot here. So. If anybody can make it, John can, especially with the help of his capable sweepers out there. So, big shot from Team Epping. On off. It looks close. Excellent shot. Well done. Well done. Very important shot. Let me see. It's tie ball game. It looks like these guys knowing they're maybe playing a little slow. They're not going to sit and do their 1 minute end plan, so right after it. Jason Cam's first rock. Indicating, you know, on the center line, zone 2, if you will, created there by the Furby 4 back in the day, the zones. Great shot by Jason. Yeah, a lot of teams typically do their corner guards, edge of the 4 out to the opposite side, but on certain sheets, it's, as you can just see there by Curtis's out turn, left it high. Kind of go from the outside in. It's a good way to leave yourself a usable corner guard. Whereas sometimes if you do it the traditional way, it'll over curl and be too far into the 12-foot. Nice pair there from Jason Cam. Well done. His broomhead's got to be feeling better about those shots. All right, here's the sort of the new age corner guards going up. We put the out turn guard and trying to come around a zone. Get something to, let's say, the top 4. It's got to check up a little bit. Might have. Nicely done. You can probably still see half of that from the other sheet. So, but we've been noticing there hasn't been that much curl on the out turn. So. Asking Pat to put this, top 12-ish. Try to make the when the runs start happening here, trying to clear out the center makes it a little bit difficult to access those rocks in the house. A little soft, but does the job. Again, for those watching who are maybe new to curling, if you have the hammer, you want to keep the 4-foot open. If you don't have the hammer, you want to clog it. So that's sort of a general rule of thumb. Let's see. All those yellow rocks clogging up the front, those are all in an effort to ensure Team Sturmay doesn't get their 2 points. But these levels, the guys see angles and opportunity. It's kind of like Neo looking at the Matrix. Everything's just you see it all. I'm always thinking, well, do I blow it up and clear it up now and waste a rock, or do I maybe come around and typically, another rule of thumb is the second rock or the third's first rock, the vice's first rock. We want to start clearing things. But just maybe get the double. In back, you might get it. Cleared it out. Is he going to jam? Misses the shot rock. Sturmey gets it out the back, so really great result. You've got the two corners. And you can see John's like, no thanks, we're going to get rid of your corner guards. Because statistically, and if I can look at all the curling stats, if you have one corner guard, you statistically got a greater chance of, by a huge margin, of getting 2 points. So John's like, nope, let's get this corner guard out. There might be a nice double as well. There you go. Decision time from Karsten. Does he? Yeah, there we go. Hit and roll. He's going to try to use the yellow stone up by the wrench logo as their second corner guard. And by doing that, splits the house, makes it tougher for John to get both rocks out with one shot. So big shot coming up. Well done. It does leave a double for John if he wants to take it on. Yep, he wants to take it on. Because again, the best way to keep a team from scoring two is make sure their color's not in the rings. So that Cam's first. Sweeper seemed to like it. Nicely done. Nicely done. It inadvertently does tuck that Sturmey stone a little bit better behind cover. Still might be viewable by the far hack, but let's see. Yeah, Carson's trying to split the house again. First. Hold it desperately for the line. Couldn't hold it. That's unfortunate. We'll go see now if they can see enough of that red. Oh, they're not even going for it. Yeah. Great attempt. Great attempt. Unfortunately, that does allow Karsten to maybe hide another one and solidify his getting to this end. But let's see if Kyle here can make the small adjustment, get the hit and roll. Would love to leave it certainly north of the tee line, but behind that yellow rock would be good. It looks like it's a little bit more down weight. Super wants for it to curl. It's a little bit thick. Decision time now. If you're John, do you try the slash double? And if you miss, it's not ideal, but or hit and roll behind cover. So we're trying to hit and roll behind some cover here. That's smart play. You can afford to give Sturmey 1 here and take the blank the 5th and get your deuce and 6. Epping's first stone's away. Close, off. Just on the low side and roll. Great shot. Great shot. They got a twofer out of that. They were able to obviously become shot stone and really negate Sturmey's biter there. So that's a great shot. In the biz, they call this a skip's deuce coming up if it can be manufactured, and where they got kind of really nothing going at the end, but the last 2 shots you can hide one, get a miss, and go for your second. So we'll see if we can get a skip's deuce here in this end. Cal's indicating maybe they freeze down to that yellow, but I don't know if they would want that risk. So they're trying to go all the way around that yellow and put it, T-line, 8 foot somewhere. This is the widest we've seen all game so far. Unless this sheet's playing a little straighter, it's not a whole lot of ice to get around there, but let's see what Karsten can do. Doesn't look like it's coming back. It's going to stick around. It does. Interesting choice. Good result. And of course, John's preferred here be to hit and stick, be laying 2, and force Karsten to draw for his 1. But certainly, if the ice doesn't play along, objective 1 is to get rid of that red, so they're at least laying 1. So that's what John does here. asking for line. Nicely done, sitting 1-2. That puts all the pressure on Karsten. Just like he's back in the LSDs, he's got to just get anything full 8. Full 8 for his 1. Update on sheet A. John and Rink are still 4-3. Looks like Cider got 1 in the 4th. It's 4-3 Schuster in the 5th. I can see from our overheads that was a redundant comment because you can see the score on sheet A. I apologize, interwebs. Curtis Goller's first shot. Ooh, sorry, stir me. Here we go. Never a doubt. Yeah. 4-3 going into 5. Let's see if they're going to take a break. It certainly seems like both rinks have settled down a little bit. Stats on the shots have gone up quite a bit, so we should see, since we're at the halfway point, see a good back half of this curling game. A little premature earlier, but now for sure it's Curtis Goller, lead stone, looking to throw up a guard. Very nice on the center line, so you can't remove it. I was asking Jason Cam to come around and put a top 4. The warm room is getting lively here as people are must be done going to church. They're at the club now, having a drink at the Broken Broom, watching some fantastic curling. I'd like to thank all the teams that came down for this year's wrench. I always appreciate your support, and hopefully the hospitality and the ice and everything has been to your liking. Certainly would like to see you back next year for some more great curling at the 2025 Ed Werenich Golden Wrench Classic. Great shot. Bumps it back just a little bit, so we're going to be getting into a game of doubles here. Start loading up that center line. Let's see if this continues. I don't know about you guys, but I got rid of my Christmas tree a while back. But we'll see if we get a Christmas tree today here in Tempe. It is 60 degrees out. There was light rain this morning, but certainly was beautiful day to compared to some places across the U.S. and Canada. So. Nice rock. Still a little bit of that red you can see. I'm not sure if Carson's going to want to make a play. He says, well, let's just put another one in there. We just threw it. And Venance's first shot's coming into the house, starting to settle. It's just a bit spicy. Good result. Good result. Just catches the corner of that red, sits there. You know, certainly, you know, the problem now is if John makes a play on those reds, the yellow's going to be taken out as well. So he's got to change the angles up here just a little bit. Maybe just a little back line, board weight shot. Yeah. All right, Cam's coming down to talk to the boss, look at the options. You know, and again, for those who may be new to curling, there's no corner guards right now, so John's sort of kind of going all in on his deuce here, trying to maybe get a big end by loading up the 4-foot and the 8-foot with a lot of rocks. So it's an aggressive way to play. You know, and a lot of guys at this level do a great job with it. So it'll be interesting to see how this shakes out. Looks like they decided on the shot here. Again, this goes into playing 3-4 shots ahead. You know, if they corner freeze on that red, Sturmey makes a play on it. At least they've got, you know, their own rock that they can use as well. So very smart. Unfortunately, just rub that rock. Unfortunate. Again, if you're Team Sturmey, you're okay with letting Epping take one here. Looks like a big end on sheet A. It looks like it's 6-3 now for John and company. Got their deuce and 5. Rattle these too much. So even if Epping does try to blast these all out, the one red's going to stick around. But again, the angles still aren't great, so he's got to maybe try to kill 2 of those reds and leave a yellow shooter somewhere in the rings. Be good if he got to just nose here. That struck rock probably does not shoot the second shot. Sure if Pat's happy with that. Good result. Good result. I suspect Sturmey would do the exact same thing, just try to put something or the in off, I guess, but I was sort of thinking I guess that's the thing, right? If they don't use it, John might, but nicely done. Got an advantageous roll. Arguably there is a little bit of opportunity for Matt to come down, but it looks like they're just saying, let's just rip it. It's getting complicated, so it'd be nice if he can get this a little bit on the high side, so just right of center, kind of drive that below. It'd be nice if we can get that yellow rock to drive into the shot one, shot two. Close attempt. They know the run's coming on that yellow, so Carson's just asking just corner freeze. Let's make that angle not great for Epping, and that's good play sitting three. Connell's second shot. Get underneath, if not corner freeze on the yellow. Don't want to bump too much. Maybe bumped it just a smidge too much. Let's see if John uses that. Good result. Clears off that center line. I would have liked to get maybe a little bit more out of it from moving some of the shot stones in the back, but this is going to allow Carson to come around again, try to put something top 12, top 8. And if they come up a little short in the corner freeze on that yellow, that's okay too. So, again, good place to be. In control of this end so far. First of Skip Stones. A bit of a slower slide than we've seen, but a nice positive extension. We'll see where this ends up. It's coming in nicely. Again, top 8, top 12. Just to sort of take away that out turn and also the yellow run. So, good shot. And John does have a good look at the triples there if he wants to take it on. Running the rock that Carson just threw. Using his own yellow is not really there because of the rock Carson just threw. So, big decision. I think probably running it's probably the smartest thing because he's got to try to open up that 4-foot. Yep. Well, unfortunately, didn't do everything we hoped it was going to do. Well, it did leave, Epping a raised potential like we saw a few ends ago with that rock that he just threw, but. I suppose if you're Karsten, probably try to put a 5th rock in there, maybe top mid-8. Try to duck it in a little bit behind that yellow on the outside of the house on our left side. I was looking around to see if it looks any different from over there. Big shot from Carson coming up. I must have said that a lot. Big shot coming up. Is there any small shots in curling? Probably not, right? Every shot's big in curling. Let's see here. Cam's tracking that. Get an idea on it. We could argue that maybe we want just a bit more curl, but that's still a fine shot. This is really all that John's got for his, and he's made it last time. He stuck it perfectly, so we would suspect that he'd make it again. Sturmey Rink's done a great job. Much of the game keeping pressure on John and team to. Not really giving them much to look at for their deuce, so good on them. Let's see if John can get his one here. Cam's keeping it clean. Line for line. That's unfortunate, and with that, the Epping Rink has conceded the semifinal to Team Sturmey. That's unfortunate. We will pivot here and we will head over to sheet B. Sorry, sheet A, pardon me. There we go. Quick little pivot, and now we're going to bring you the rest of the Schuster Cider game. See, Cider is the Red Rock, yellow is Schuster. See, Cider's got a couple behind that yellow guard up front. John's just trying to freeze up to that rock in the back four. It's coming in nicely. Excellent shot. Nice sweeping by Colin Huffman. So I think, Team Cider here, the Skip Stones don't need to get too crazy here, I suppose. Just nice, backline board weight shot, get their deuce. For those new to the Cider rink, it's skipped by Ryland Cider. The third is Joshua Mattern. Second is Matt Hall. And their lead is Trevor Johnson. So let's see what Ryland can do here. Nicely done. And of course, the Schuster rink, skipped by John Schuster. We have Chris Plies in advice. Matt Hamilton is sitting out this game, so we have Colin Huffman in at second, and we've got John Landsteiner at lead. Gerber Johnson asking to throw up a guard. Nice on the center line. It can't be removed. Nice shot. Alright, second shot's away. At this point, we'd like to wish all of the teams playing in the U.S. Curling National Championships, I think next week in East Rutherford, New Jersey, actually playing in a mall. Much like the Canadian Dominion, the clubs. So we wish all of those teams to, there's 8 men and women's teams playing down. We wish you all the best of luck in Jersey. So be a good time. This is the first time a major championship has been played in New Jersey. So be a great event, no doubt. There you go. Steiner's asked to come around. Nicely done. Corner freeze onto that. Ryland's asking to go around again. The Cider Rink's going to want to try to hold, of course, John and team to just one, scoring one this end. I guess Steele would, I think probably holding one, because then it would be 7-5. Cider then would get the hammer and 8. Not a bad shot. Makes it tough. John's going to have to do something here with these guards. He's saying, well, it's the 5 rock rule. We can hit it now, so let's do so. Nice shot. And again, Cider's just going to have to replace that, because if John and team are busy clearing out guards, they can't be thinking about scoring. So. Front end seems like it. Just over curl, just a smidge. That's going to allow John the ability to. try to get maybe a little bit of low on that that red rock that's in the 8-foot. You might be able to get the triple. Well, I guess even if you hit it hard, I guess on the high side, the right side, you might be able to get the triple, because that yellow rock, sitting top of the 12 is going to keep everybody honest. So, big shot here from Colin. Pretty close. Great attempt. This is Josh's first. Look at him coming around, probably go top 4, closer to the center line. Well, they got a nice little wick there. Does it leave an outturned port? At this point, the score being what it is, do you risk versus reward, right? Winning by 1 or winning by 5 is the same, so first of Chris Ply's, the third shot. Nicely done. Clatterson going to come around. 2 options. You decide they hit and roll or they come around. Probably the come around would keep the pressure on and take away John's next 2 shots, or at least make it difficult. Looking at their options. Yeah, big decision. You got to balance how aggressive do you want to be? What shot do you want the opposition to play? Where do you want to be in the 8th end? So, lot to consider. It looks like they're saying, you know what, John, if you want that shot stone, you're going to have to run back your yellow. So, Joshua Mattern's last rock. Yeah, you can't guard everything. I know I've often wanted an oval stone myself, but certainly leaves the run. I think John's just trying to clear out both, because staggered anything out front's never fun. Last of Vice Rocks. Sit a little high and clear out the shooter and the two stones. Nicely done. Great shot. Of course, they're trying to not leave anything for Cider to hide behind. Fist bumps, of course. Do you split the house? Do you come in maybe top 4 center line without leaving a run double? Well, it looks like they're opting to potentially guard the shot stone, look for a miss from John, and maybe score their 2. Or at least steal. Pardon me, steal. John's done a good job cleaning up any guards up front, so it's scoreboard being what it is. It's a smart play. So he's got to sit down a little bit here. The double's there if they want to take it on, but not sure if you need the risk. Even if, John just sort of hits and rolls behind cover. Three could be on the table for Team Schuster. First, the skip stones are away. Let's see. Nicely done. And do a little hit and roll and force John just to draw down for his 1. You don't want to jam here. You don't want that yellow in the top 12 to come into play. So again, you're probably looking at board weight. You certainly got to get that yellow rock out of the rings. And hopefully your shooter doesn't roll out too far. Let's see what Ryland can do here. Sweepers are liking it. Gotta go for a bit of line. A little back 12. Well, if you're John, do you? There you go. I got to just nose hit it for the deuce. That'll be an exciting finish. Cider will have to try to get 3. This will be a good lesson for new curlers. Unfortunately, I just rolled just a little bit too far. Should be a fairly easy shot for an Olympic gold medalist, so team. Never a doubt. That's 2. All right, should be 8-5. Start seeing some double corners, and for you newer curlers, you're going to want to watch this. This is how you try to get your 3. Again, while we watch this first, few stones, would certainly like to thank the Adams Rink, from Calgary coming down, Chandler Rink from Northern Ontario, the Grattan Rink from New Brunswick coming down, Jacques from Edmonton. Kaloff coming from Saskatoon, Klimke coming from Winnipeg, Goshen coming from all the way from Scottsdale, Laycock Rink from Swift Current, Leclerc from Coyotes, Manzo from Colorado, Siggins from Scottsdale, Slushinsky from Airdrie. I'd like to thank all those guys for coming down and spending the weekend with us. Corner guard in the house. Yeah. Textbook. Let's see a corner guard from whoever wants to throw the next one. There you go. Again, sliding in the house is not all bad. John knows that these guys have to throw up corner guards, and You got to try to do something to get their 3. So the play will come to the house, to the 4-foot, pretty darn quick. He's looking to put guards on both sides of the center. The other option would be two corners on one side, but this is a good option as well. Certainly doing 2 corner guards on the outside at least preserves the ability to hide behind something. If you put them on the same side, it can be an easily run and kill both of them. Colin Huffman's first. Nicely done. It does allow for maybe a easy double. Well, it's easy. Yeah, so Ryland's going to start wanting to hide, use those corner guards while doing a little bit of housekeeping, getting some of those yellows out of the house, because remember he's got to get 3. And of course the winner of this game moves on to take on Sturmay on our feature sheet C after this draw. It's control weight shot. Want to hit it a little bit on the low side. In this particular, you can either roll behind either one. You just have to hide behind one. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't hide. Well, John's got a decision to make. Does he kill the red and get it out of there, or start removing some guards? Looks like he's going to see if he can kill a couple guards here. It's going to force Cider to put up at least one more guard, if not freeze to a yellow. Nicely done. Clears it out. Yeah, when we built the club, 10 years ago, we didn't know how much our hydro bill was going to be. So you can see, Ryland leaning up against the wall. We would have liked a little bit more space, but we didn't know what the power bill was going to be, and we had no money. So built it as big as we could for curling. It's coming in, needs to check up. Sticks around for shot 3. I was going to say, okay, say goodbye to your next guard. And at this point, John will probably just run the Cider out of stones. But not over yet. We just need a jam or a miss. Well, a bit of a unlucky good break for everybody concerned, I suppose. It was looking all Cider there until it unfortunately just killed that red, at the back 8. So Josh Mattern's first. And we gotta put this somewhere near that shot stone, so that if John wants to run back that red, you might got a catcher. Guys are looking at their options. And there is a little bit more of an extra curl off of this wall side, so. Well, they went the other way and decided to try to tuck one in on the edge. They wanted that to hide just a little bit more. John, that kind of hit and roll behind cover, yeah. And at this point, it might just be just come down to math. Remember, Redstone's Cider needs 3 to tie, force an extra end, try to get a steal. John just has to make sure that doesn't happen. Redstone. Big shot from Josh coming up. It's Sweeper's got to go. They got to go as far as they got it. Come on. Well, John can try to do the slash double here and effectively end the game. Maybe he's thinking a thin double here. And again, once you're mathematically out of the game, we would see handshakes, but not over yet. Well, they're still mathematically in it. Yeah. You're going to have to throw a hit and roll behind cover potentially. Yeah, try to lock onto that one as the back 12. And then, under their breath, wish for a pick or maybe a miss from John, but after this draw, of course, the winner will take on Sturmey, so that draw is scheduled to be played at 2 o'clock. So you'll want to reload your beverages and keep the Roku on, or watch the finals here in the 2024 Ed Werenich Golden Wrench Classic, brought to you by the Lodge Sasquatch Lodge in Tempe. The shot didn't look like it had a lot of weight to it. I think there would be some sort of a control weight, hit and roll. Just trying to freeze. Yeah, that's.
I don't think he's got a shot right now. As much as I'd love to just go peel that. I mean, I guess what happened with this, it doesn't change.
Well, John just has to clear one rock, and this game will be in hand. I think the Cider rink would want to hit and roll and clear that yellow bit. It's okay. Still a good run. You know, a tough field here this weekend. You know, and getting to the semis, you know, at the wrench is never easy. So, good job, Team Cider. With that, there should be some shaking. And there it is. Yeah, well done. Congratulations to the Schuster rink for advancing to the finals to play Sturmey. Again, thank you to Rylan, Joshua, Matt, and Trevor for a great few ends of curling. I'm glad we were able to watch you. From everyone here at the Cider Curling Club, we will see you in a half hour to watch the finals of the 2024 Ed Werenich Golden Wrench Classic. See you then.